Okay, guys, you ready to paint? Yeah? Okay, so we're gonna have everybody's microphone muted, right? And then, but you're welcome to raise your hand or get my, you can ask a question. And then sometimes I'm not sure if I explained it really well, so I'm gonna ask you to show me your painting, right? Because I'm not there where you are, so I don't know if I'm doing a good job of explaining, so I'll ask you to show me sometimes. Okay, but if you feel like you don't understand what I just said, you ask a clarifying question and say, wait, what? Remember, because we're not there to see each other, so it's harder for me to know if you're understanding my instructions. Okay, so we're going to paint the skull, and this is just one design of a skull, but if you go online and look at pictures, there's all kinds of ways of doing this. So if you want to, like when we're done and you still have more paints and more fun, you could go and decorate more. You could put more flowers. You can put designs around his eyes, like big, but like M around his eyes. You can do it all kinds of different ways. And if you don't want the cross, you just paint over it. Because mine is in silver, right? I did mine in silver so you can see it, but yours is in black Sharpie, and black Sharpie is shiny on a flat black surface. So can you see your shiny lines, right? And you're like, oh yeah, I can see it, right? So, but you wouldn't be able to see it if I had mine in black. It would just look like nothing. So I did mine in silver, and we're gonna paint the skull, all the skull parts. And then we're gonna do like the hat, like the forehead first, and then like a mask across the middle using the tops of this little cheek marks, and then the bottom half. And then after that, then we do the decorating, and that's just decorate. It's super fun. But we're gonna do our teeth first, so we need to open up our pack of our little paints, because there's 2 paintbrushes in here that we need. A nice little pointy one, and she's really good for doing teeny tiny things. And then there's this perfect square one for square teeth, right? So mine, look at how mine look like, I don't know what those are supposed to be, but basically they're just telling you where teeth are, right? But look how my paintbrush, I'll bring it closer, but look how my paintbrush fits. If I just go smack, it's a tooth, right? A tooth. It's a square. So if I land, that's the top part of the tooth, and I pull down, I can even come closer, right? So if I land, that's the top of the tooth, pull down. Well, what about the top tooth? And I drew that weird, but upside down, I just land, and that's the bottom of the tooth, and then I pull up, land, pull up, right? But we have white paint. We gotta open our white paint, and it's this white paint. And if you have some in your lid, you could use that too, because it tipped over or something. Right, there's our paint. So I just get my little square one, and I'm just gonna stab like this, stab, and I get a glob of paint. You guys ready? It's your very first thing. Woo-hoo. Right? But I'm gonna hold it, I'm gonna land flat, 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 like that. And I'm just gonna do the bottom row because they're easier. And I just land where at the top of the tooth, land, pull down. Oh, it's a tooth. But I think it's going to take 2 paintbrushes wide to make a tooth. Does that make sense? Now you try it. Land, pull down. Do we scribble? No, if we scribble, that'll make furry teeth. No. So if I get more paint, stab, I could do the next one. What if my teeth touch? Is that bad? No, my teeth are all crammed together. So who cares? As long as they work and they chew. Make a smile. Ooh, did you try that? Did you get some teeth? Did you do some? Do you want to do the rest? Ready? So I just get more paint, stab, which picks up the perfect little blob of paint, and then I land the top of the tooth, land, pull down, but I think it's 2 paint strokes next to each other. And if I don't end up with black between them, everyone knows where teeth are. No one will get confused, I promise. And then I can get more, poke. And then I do the next one, land, pull down. And then next to that one, like they overlap, like they're touching, like we're vacuuming or sweeping, and our 2 stripes, whoop, are next to each other. I'm gonna do another one, poke. How come I get more paint and I just go poke really hard? Because I want that little lump of paint on the end because it makes a really smooth top. Like that. And then look at how on mine, look at my, I'll show you up close. As it starts to dry, already it's drying. Can you see, oh, reflection, the window. Oh, it's not doing it. Oh, it's too bright for the camera. But I can see through it and I can see the black showing. I'm going to put a second coat. I'm just going to go over and paint it one more time. Oh, it's more white. And you know what? I'm using the flat side of my paintbrush, not the tip. If I hold it straight ahead and scratch like that, it actually scratches the paint off. And here's my explanation. Here, everybody pause and look up. Here's my piece of bread, and here, I'm going to butter it. I'm going to lay it flat and butter and butter. I flatten it like that. If I use the tip, scratch, scratch, I cut my bread all up, right? It's too sharp. But if I lay it down flat and peanut butter it on, smoosh, smoosh, like that, with the flat side, the flat side. So lots of people hold it like a pencil, then it will just go scratch, and then all the paint gets pushed off. Does that make sense? I'm gonna do the rest of them. Do all my, oh, let me show you the upside down teeth. Watch this, everybody pause. Upside down paintbrush, right? So I can get that good landing for his teeth. Land, pull up. Ooh, I got it on his skull. Is that bad? No. Look, where'd my original go? Oh, it's back here. I paint over that. I'm gonna paint the skull on that, so I'm not worried. But I go land, pull, land, because I want a square bottom, and the bottom of my paintbrush is square. So I land and pull, and land and pull, and land and pull. I try to get a nice square bottom. Whoop, there. I'm not able to hold it flat. It's very awkward. I'm using the tip and it keeps scratching the paint off. Poke. I get more paint. Poke. Upside down paintbrush. Pull up. Pull up. Hey, it's just like the bottom ones, except for I have to hold my paintbrush upside down so I can land good. I'm going to definitely do a second coat on these. I can see the black show through. And it just looks like a shadow if black shows. Oh, look at that too. It's all messed up. I didn't make a nice square bottom. Am I mad? No. I used the bottom, land again, upside down paintbrush. Ooh, fixy, fixy there. What is it? Our third tooth over. So there's the middle. 1, 2, 3 is actually pointy. That must be why I did that. This is the pointy ones. They're called our canines. I'll make it pointy. 1, 2, 3. That looks weird. Oh, look at it. It's all see-through. Can you see that mine is see-through? You can't, huh? Oh, well. The window makes a reflection. Oops, stop. There. Upside down paintbrush. Second coat. Swipe, 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 swipe. Just fill it in a little extra paint. Poke. Extra paint. See-through tooth. Extra paint. And do you see how fast that dried? How come it dries so fast? This is acrylic paint, and acrylic paint is water-based, so it actually evaporates. The water gets stolen by the air, right? It goes whoosh, and disappears, so it dries really fast. We love that it dries fast, but we also hate that it dries fast. Because as soon as your paint starts to dry, they get sticky. And like, so we don't dilly-dally when we paint because we want it wet paint. Because the only way you get to make new colors is when it's wet. Otherwise, you're just painting over things. And like if I painted the skull and I go, I'm gonna get more white paint, and you've already painted it, it's just gonna paint it pure white. Okay, now here's this paintbrush, and I'm done with teeth. So I'm gonna put it, I'm gonna clean it. You get a paper towel. Just get one of your paper towels, and we just put it inside our napkin, and then we pinch it really hard and squeeze the paint out. Like that, all clean, right? Pinch, pull. Just gets pulled out. We don't rub it back and forth like that. It makes all our hair stick out. So we just go pinch, pull. And then I can put it in my cup because if I let her just rest with a little bit of paint in it, she'll get stiff. So she'll just rest in my little cup while I'm busy doing other things. And we'll dry it before we use it. Because if a drip of paint or a drip of water were to go on our paint, it actually erases the paint. That's why I don't use water when we're painting. It's just to protect our paintbrushes. Okay, now we're going to get our yellow paintbrush. She's bigger. You know what we love about this paintbrush? She's big, right? But it's when I go like this and I smash my paintbrush, she gets huge, right? I'm literally folding my paintbrush over and it's like, whoop, and then it's big, right? But if I do it gentle, I just barely touch it. Now it's little. Well, I would like to paint all this skull today, so I'm not going to go like this, itty bitty, little. That'll take too long. So I smash my paintbrush and push my paint. Land and push my paint. Okay? So that's my words. Now you can see with your eyes. So now we're going to need the butterscotch color, the caramely color. Can you find this one? And then look, do you see it in the skull? Isn't that caramel color mixed with white? But then look at the white is not perfect. It's kind of, oh look, black is showing through on the jaw. Is that bad? No, it looks like a shadow, like I planned it. So you don't have to worry about the black showing through. Okay, so we're going to outline just the hat part first, just the forehead with caramel, and then put white right on top, and I'll make a new color in your paintbrush, right? So I'm going to stab my caramel color like I'm mad. Like that. Now let me show you how to outline. So I would like my paintbrush to outline it, but I'm actually only going to use one hair of my paintbrush. So watch me. I go underneath the line, boop, and then I sneak up to the line, sneaking, sneaking, sneaking. Oh, I touched it. Now I push, and I'm only staring at that one hair that's goodbye, Sharpie. And then look, it got dry. Oh darn, should I be mad or should I scribble and get more paint out of it? No, I just stab my caramel and go and land and then sneak up to the line again and push. Now you do it and see if it's true. And I'm holding my paintbrush close to the metal. If I hold it back like this, it jumps around too much. I don't have good control. So I hold it by the close to the metal. So I have good control. See if it's true. Did I scribble? That'll make a furry skull. Now I'm going to get more caramel. Stab! Okay, I'm going to go next to the line. Stab and sneak up. Oh, okay, one hair is touching the line and I'm driving my car. Oh, okay. Now I get some more poke and I'm going to do the other side. More paint. Oh, under the line, sneak up. Push my paint. Whee. Oh, I ran out. It got dry. I'm going to see it up close. Look at, I missed mine. I have to go closer. So I land and sneak up. Oh, bye, Sharpie. I don't want to look at you anymore. Get out of here. There. I bullied the paint. Does that look good? Did you do it? Well, is that the color of bones? Right? When you see bones from when you cook, no, they have more white in them. And we're going to poke the side of our white. Let's not put our paintbrush in the middle and get all of our white, sand color. What if I get my white from the side? Just I'm gonna dirty the side. Stab! Oh, I got what? Ew, that's a lot of paint. I don't care. Did you get some white? And now I'm gonna go right over that. What I already painted it, but it's gonna make a new color. Watch this. So how did I do it last time? I go smash, and I land right on top of the caramel, and I try to drive over the same car. I had a big glob on there. It went far. Oh yeah, it's already wet, so it was more slippery. So my paintbrush slid right over the top of the butterscotch color, the caramely color. And I'm not on the line, right? I'm underneath the line, and then I sneak up. Should we do the other side? And I'm not wiggling, right? That's for color crayons and color pencils and markers. This, we push our paint. Now I'm gonna get my white paint. Remember how I only got one side all dirty? I'm gonna go over there again and get that other side dirty. Poke! And I can go, I'm gonna drive my car right over the caramel. I'm underneath the line, and I sneak up to it, push. Wow, because it was slippery. It was way easier. Oh, Jose, you don't need to clean out your paintbrush. We actually want the dirty little caramel in there and white because we're making a new color. The new color is in your paintbrush. So you don't have to clean your paintbrush. I put white on top of my caramel so I could make a new color on purpose. Look at, when I bring it close, it's white with caramel on it, right? It's a new color. So now I'm going to get more white paint, and I'm going to go around my decorating shapes, right? So I'm going to get more white paint. Pook! And how about if I do the cross? So I just go, well, it's a big paintbrush, so I'm worried I'm going to hurt the cross. So I'm going to go above the cross and let my paintbrush open. And then I stare at one hair that's going to do the outlining. So I'm going to go above the cross like this, smash, and then I sneak down, and I stare at that one hair, and I go, and I pull down this way, I pull down this, look at my paint, I thought I put white paint. Why is there a caramely color coming out? Because I had a nice dirty paintbrush, and my dirty little paintbrush makes the caramely color. I give it permission, and then I get more white paint, poke, but I have to be above the cross again, whoop, and then next to it, let one hair sneak up to the, tricky. But luckily when we paint the cross, we're gonna use a smaller paintbrush. So what if you don't want your paint stroke to be that big? That's because I'm pushing hard. If I don't want it to be that big, what if I don't push that hard? My paintbrush will stay little. And I could just do it very softly. If I do it very softly, she stays little. Once I push hard, she opens and she's big. Okay? Because you know why I say that right now? It's because I have to try to go inside these swirls. And if I push hard with my paintbrush too hard, it won't fit in the space. So I'm gonna get more white paint. Step. I'm gonna try to go land inside this circle. I put my paintbrush in there and go, oh, this is a trick. So I'm gonna go, oh, barely touching. Oh, ah! I could just wipe it off my finger. I made a oops. My paintbrush has a hair that sticks out. I don't like it. It's messing up my painting. Okay. My paintbrush must have dried funny. I'm going next to the line, next to the line, next to the line, next line. Now I have to go and sneak up on the top part of it again. Whoa, that was hard. My paintbrush is messed up. Look, it's a little bit ratty. Fixie. Now I can go. Do you guys, does it make sense to you? It's hard, huh? But we're going like this above a line we're trying to outline. Whoop, and then one hair touches it and we trace it like this. The whole paintbrush is making a mark, but we only stare at one hair. So I'm gonna go above it. Oops, I just painted over it. Luckily, when I paint the swirl, I'll be able to fix it with my tiny paintbrush. I won't have a stick out hair like this paintbrush. I want to go get scissors and cut it off. The little hair sticking out is making me mad. Now, if it's not the cross, and it's not my swirl, it's skull, right? I'm only talking about this half. So how about if I just do a scribble, and try to connect all these outlines, like not the swirl itself, but between right here, and I go, oh yeah, look at how it's caramely color. How come? Because the caramely color is in my paintbrush. So scrubby. Oh, now it's just an outline like that. Look, I got more on my inside my cross, but you know what? I'm gonna fix it when I can use my tiny paintbrush. So as soon as you guys have half of the hat, half of the cap done, show me your painting. And then we get any more of the butterscotch color? We keep getting more white. And you know what's interesting about that is I'll have variations of color. So some parts are more caramely, they're darker, like a shadow, and some parts are more white, right? More white, which makes it look old and kind of bumpity. And what if black shows through a little bit? It looks good. Looks like a shadow. So who can tell when you put a lot of paint how it's not see-through, and when you put on your paint real thin, you can see all the black, right? So we're not afraid to get more paint and put it on a little bit thicker. So show me your painting as soon as you feel like you have as much done as me. Turn your painting around so I can see. Don't open your little cups yet. Don't open your little cups yet. Don't use your black. Nope. We're gonna fix everything at the end.
I made a mistake.
Yeah, don't fix. Look, mine got a little gross thing there, and I made a mistake. But I can't use black until the end because it'll make all my colors look gray. Does that make sense? So save black for touching up tiny things at the end. Okay, is that all right? Show me your painting so I can see. Oh, I see it. Wait, look, go back over with a little bit of white and touch the top row one more time. Oh, push it around. Wiggle. Oh, look at it. Oh, it's turning caramely. Pick it up and scribble it somewhere else, and pick up paint and put it somewhere else. And it's like a sponge. I'm like, ooh, I touch this caramely part, and then I put it over here. That looks good, right? And I'm using that. Oh, and when I'm moving the paint around, I use the side of the paintbrush, not the tip. How come I don't use the tip? because it scratches the paint off. Watch, I'll go like this, scratch. Oh, it just made a mark. You can't even see. But if I use the tip, it goes like a scratch, and it takes the paint off. So I use the side, and I kind of smooshy, smooshy, smooshy. Oh, I didn't get up any in the corner. Neat. Who thought that was the blending was pretty? That when you just go back, don't add any paint. You just kind of move the paint around and smooth it with the side of your paintbrush. That's good, huh? Who wants to do the other side? You're not scared now. Now I'm gonna get my. How come you're not scared? At first, were you nervous at first when you started? And now that yeah.
I ran over something.
Oh, you went over something? Oh.
Yeah. I painted right all over it.
Oh, you painted over the swirl?
Super.
Yeah, show me.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. Well, then yours will be different. What if you put flowers right there? Big daisies, like, because I'm going to show you how to make eyeball daisies. What if you put different daisies around her head, like she's wearing flowers on her head? Will that be fun? Yours could just be different. Yours will be different.
I just run over it?
Yeah, yours will be different. And then, you know how you got some on the black? We'll fix it at the end. But not now, because our paintbrush will get black in it. You know what I mean? It'll make gray. Okay? Now let's do the other side. And you don't have to outline, because you're doing yours special. But the rest of us can get white and try to outline the swirl again, which is so hard. But if I could do this one, I could do these ones. So I'm practicing. So I land inside, smush, and I sneak up to the line, and rainbow. Oh, weird. And then I try to go, smile. Oh, look at it's that stick out hair. It's ruining everything. See, that's one of the problems of not being there is I can't see when something's going well or going wrong. So I can't like adjust and be like, whoa, because usually I walk around class and make suggestions, but I can't because I'm not there. So we just have to go, oh, well, that's how life is. That's how life is today. So we just have to go with it. Going with it. So this side's going to be easier. How come this side's easier? Because we've done it already. We have human brains that learn by doing. So at first we're like, what? I don't get it. And then as we do it, then we're like, oh, I see. I get it. I see. It makes sense now. But we have to give our brain permission for the learning part. And then, whatever is not the cross or the swirl, I can touchy. Hey, that's coming out white. How come that's coming out so much whiter? Because the caramely color, I can go, watch, I'll go over the caramel forehead and it will turn whiter. How come? Because the caramely part's already dry. So you know what that means? This will be a shadow side because it's darker with the caramel in it. And then I ran out of caramel in my paintbrush. So this side will be more white. It'll be the brighter side. So just giving my paintbrush permission to run out of the caramely color actually makes a color variation. Now I'm going to use the side of my paintbrush and blendy, softy, fuzzy, pushy, shovey. Ooh. Who feels like that went better? The second time, it was better. It was, how come? Because your brain was like, oh, I get it. And then you're better at just that fast. You're better at how hard you push with your paintbrush and how much paint you get. Does that make sense? Because before you were like, well, I don't know how much paint to get. And now you're not even scared to get paint. You just go, huh. And then you did it and you filled it in. But if I talked about it all day, would you know how to do it better? No. doing is how you learn on earth. No matter how people talk and tell you things. But
Like a hat.
what?
Oh, mine kind of looks like it has a hat.
Oh, because you're doing this part, huh? Yeah, and all you have is the cross? Well, it's perfectly fine because you're going to add flowers later. You're doing yours different.
I'm
Totally fine.
doing like a different kind of like shape and stuff on it.
Mm-hmm. You know that what you know the what's that, the Instagram where they put the flowers on their head, right? You could do that.
Or that little flower like headband thing.
Okay, now what if we do the eye part, right? Around the eyes and on top of those little cheek swirls, right? But what color do we use to make the bone color? This butterscotch, right? So, okay, switch. But I'm just going to outline around the eyes and the side of her face. And the rest is going to be white. So what paintbrush am I using? The big yellow one. I'm using the big yellow one. How come? Because she can push harder. And she can get more paint. And she's smoother. She has smoother bristles. Then the blue one will be really hard. Okay, now I'm going to get caramel. Stab. And I'm going to go, okay, cheeky cheek. And I got to go, I'm going to land inside her face and then push towards the outline. So I land in her face, push. And I sneak up. Oh, I'm touching it. And then I land on top of her cheek. Whoosh. Do you think this will be faster? How come? Because we've done it already. This is Earth, and that's how it is. Now how about the other side? I just dab my butterscotch step. And I'm going to land inside her face and sneak up to the line. So I land in her face, mush. Sneaking. Oh, okay. Oh, I can't do it because I can barely see. And this paintbrush has stick out hairs. That's not very smooth. Oh yeah, I go back over it with white, so I'm gonna fix it when I put white on it. And then, whee! Good job. Oh, look at it, I'm holding it farther back. I didn't realize. I wanted to hold it up closer. How come I have more control? And I'm using my big paintbrush so that it can hold more paint and it can make a big brush stroke. The little paintbrush will take too long.
Look at mine.
You beat me! Okay, wait for us. Now I'm going to get around her eyes. It looks good, that's what I meant to say. Okay, now I'm going to go above the line. Oh, and I don't want to make it all rough inside his eye. So I'm going to go above it, and oh, can you see because of my elbow? And I go above it, and I don't want to try, I'm trying not to get any of the black in her eyeball. I'm just going, one hair is touching, oh, it got dry. More paint, boop.
I'm just going to work on some few touches.
Okay, you can put a second layer of white, and it will make it whiter. See how black shows through a little bit as it dries? The reason is because acrylic paint floats in a white gel that turns clear like Elmer's glue. So you think you painted it until it dries and you're like, hey, I can see through it. Well, the gel part disappeared. Okay, because it's plastic. So now I'm going to go above the line, smash. There's my one hair touching like, am I going fast? Am I wiggling? I push my paint. That's how one hair does a smooth line. Pook. I don't care what the rest of the paintbrush does. I'm just staring at that one hair that's touching the Sharpie. More paint. Poke. I hope you guys get different versions of the caramely white. So it's not, how many color values do you need for 3D? 3. dark, medium, light. So caramel and white is dark. When we start to run out of caramel, it's medium. When we're doing it pure white, we have white parts like on her cheeks, like highlights. You guys watch the makeup videos? Highlights, right? We make it brighter. Like, oh yeah, because as I run out of the caramel in my paintbrush, it becomes whiter and whiter and whiter. Now I'm gonna get white paint, poke! And I'm just good. I already got them wet. Can we turn them into the dark, medium light? Can we turn it into the dark color? I'm gonna put the white right on top. Did we do this once already? Okay, so I'm gonna go, oh, smash, driving my car. Hey, it's way easier. How come? Because wet and slippery already from, oh, so much easier. I don't know why. It's like smooth, like slippery. Woo! Well, then I could do this other side. Stab my white paint. Stab! And drive my car on it. Oh, I ran out of paint. More white. Oh. Hey, this is when how come it's smoother when I put the paint on? It's all wet, and then I fix the edge when I drive my car over. It's way smoother. Nice. Now, how about the eyeballs? I'm be careful, because I do not want to get white in his eyeballs. So I get the white, stab! I have to stay away from it, so I'm going to go smudge. Hey, the wet caramel. I make like a rainbow and then a smile. Rainbow, smile. There. Rainbows and smiles make circles. Stab! Rainbow over the top. Oh, I totally missed. There. And then more white paint. Looks like he has goggles on. Or glasses. Looks like a motorcycle helmet. Okay, now how about his nose? How come it's a big hole where his nose is? Do you guys know why? Because this is a cartilage. Our nose is made out of cartilage that isn't bone. It's all soft. So the bone part is actually a hole in the middle of our face. Back there by our bone part, by our cheeks. Just like an elephant has a big hole in the middle. Right? It looks like a cyclops. So now, I have to go over that nose without hurting it. But I trust you now. How come? Because you've done this before. So I stab the white, and I'm going to connect this cheek line with this cheek line, but I have to go over the nose. I'm going to go, okay, here I go. Oh, careful, slow down. I'm going to touch the Sharpie, and I go up. Oh, I didn't have enough paint. It's all dry. Poke. Okay, now I connected it. Woo, like a bridge. Does that make sense? Look how easy you did that. How come? Because you have a good brain. Okay, now everything that isn't eyeballs, can we just make it more white? I just get some, I have a dirty paintbrush though. So it's gonna make a really light tan color, because it's just white and whatever tan is left in my paintbrush. And I just go, okay, if it's not eyeballs, it must be scribbly. Push and shove, wiggle. Ooh, I can hear it scratch. That is not enough paint. No, more paint. I know if it's that quiet, that scratchy sounding, that is not enough paint, and it's going to be completely see-through. Black's going to show, so poke, more white, poke. Ooh, I landed on a big glob of that butterscotch color. Let me push it around. Pushing. There. There. Now hopefully, and then I can make the between the eyes and the forehead match. So everybody pause and look up. Watch. I'm going to go, I'm going up. I'm going by the cross. Oh, push it up. And then it makes those two colors look like they're connected. Otherwise, there'd be a perfect line where the two worlds meet. So I just kind of cross over the two worlds, cross over the two worlds. Black showing through. Is that bad? Look at this eye has more of the caramel on it, right? This eye has more white around it. Is that bad? No. Just like an old bone that you found in the graveyard. It'd be all different shades, right? Gross. You guys ready to do the next part? Show me your painting. Do you have the forehead and the eyeballs done? Show me. I know. Oh, yes. Yes. Looks good. See? Okay, now, cheeks, chin. Great, so I go, all right. So can I make this caramely part on the side and on the chin and everything else white? How come this is gonna be easier? We done it, and you have a human brain, and you're like, be quiet, lady. I already know what I'm doing, right? So let me get the caramel. Poke. Okay, but I don't want to put it in the swirl, so I still have to be careful right there. So I go, all right, land, round, falling down, falling. I ran out of paint. More caramel. Poke. Whee! Turn the corner. Then I can do the other side. Oh, I missed. Okay. Land, squish. Staring at one hair. Whee! I ran out at the chin. Whoop, whoop. Oh, not enough. Whoop, whoop. Because it's going to make a darker color along the sides, shadow or contour, right? I don't do any contouring because it looks like I have dirt on my face. The people it looks really good on the Instagram, but you see them in real life, you're like, there's something on your face. It's my contour makeup. Okay, now I'm going to get white. Step. Now I'm going to go over her. Oh, what about her teeth? Isn't there a line above her teeth and below her teeth? Look at mine. Look at the original. Look. Hey, we're going to put pink on there. So we can go, oh, let's just cut off the tops of the teeth and cut off the bottoms of the teeth. And then we'll add pink around them like M's and W's, right? Okay. Oh, wait. But my paintbrush is dirty. Perfect. It'll be a little bit shadowy. So I'm gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna cut off the top. Oh, one hair. Bye, top of the teeth. It's like I'm playing connect the dot. Connect that one. Connect that one. Connect that one. Connect that one. Did it. Let me smooth it. When you go back over it the second time, it's smoother because you've already wet the path with the first coat. Second coat is smoother and slipperier. That makes it. How about the bottom? Ooh. So I get the white. Whoop. Okay, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna touch the very bottoms of the teeth, but I go underneath it and I'm gonna sneak up. Whoop! Touched it. Oh, ran out of paint. Poke. There. Now there's and then I connect the swoops on the side. Now look at these, look crazy. But there's no gums, right? Not yet. Want to see that up close? I traced my teeth and I connected. I went doink, 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 doink. Bottom row. Touch the bottom, touch the bottom, touch the bottom, touch the bottom of the tooth. Who thinks they can outline their swirls and their nose by themselves, no helpsies? I bet you can. So at first you watch me and then you follow, and then eventually you get to mastery, which is doing it by yourself. So I can get white and go, okay. Oh! Now I have to go over the, I forgot to go over the outline with white, huh? So that I can make the new color. So I get white, poke, and go, wee, oops, wee, new color, poke more white, wee, oops, missed, wee. And how come that was easier? Because the caramel's already smooth and wet. There. Shadow. Ready to do the around the swirls in the nose? Who's already gone way ahead of me? Wait for me. Okay, now I'm gonna get white. I see you guys going and going. You're not even waiting for me? I don't care. Okay, ready? I'm gonna go, oh, one hair is outlining my thingy. This paintbrush is messed up. Okay, boop. Could go get another paintbrush, but I always like to think that life is always handing me challenges, and I always feel proud of myself when I overcome them. Things were easy, everything would be boring. There. That was hard. Who did that one all by themselves? Because why? Right? Now you're gonna have swirls on the cheeks because you're gonna go over the cheeks? Totally fine. Totally fine. You could put more flowers, right? Or you could. What are you thinking? You could just draw them.
Like scrub a line right there, and it will have roses on.
Or spirals on the cheeks is cute.
Or I will put blood in the background.
Ew. Crazy. Halloween. Now I'm outlining my nose. Tricky. Oh! I cut off part of the nose right there. I could fix that with a little bit of black at the end, but not now because it will make gray. Okay, now I'm going to go, okay, here's this one. Oh, it's hard. And I make it go around the corner, staring at one hair. Oh. See, the nose, it looks like an upside down heart. I just cut off one of the corners. So I'll draw that in the little, like the little bottom of the hearts. Yes, you kept yours. I didn't. Okay, great. Now, if it's not a swirl or a nose, it's just white, and I can use the side of my paintbrush and scribbly, bye black. Watch out so I don't put it in somewhere it doesn't belong. I'm gonna get more white. It's too see-through. Okay, there. Oh, chin. Forgot about chin. Chin. More white. Just not a little bit more. There and there.
So when we're done with this, we're gonna do the decorations?
Yes. And then we get to use our colors. But remember how I told you that the little pack of colors, they're all see-through colors? But you see how the white we use is not see-through? So she will help us. So look at how the different variations of color I got, depending on how much caramel is on there. So this made dark caramely, so dark. And then medium is where I had a little bit more white in it. And then light, and I have white parts because there was more white in my paintbrush. And there's dark parts, right? Dark, medium, light. And that's 3D. What if I just mixed a color together in the cups? Be like boring. Be like, color. Who cares? Right? But if we give it permission to make new colors and have different variations, it's more interesting to look at.
You want to know a
Question?
thing about painting?
What? Say that again. I missed it.
When you're painting, you have to have fun.
Yes, absolutely. And then
Like,
at first, you'd be a little bit nervous, but as you go, your mind relaxes, and then you are curious and full of wonder, like you're watching it happen. It's your hand, but you're like, ooh, look what I did there. That's the fun part. It's discovery, because this is Earth, and everything should be new here. How long have you guys been in the universe? 10 years? So you should know exactly 10 years worth of stuff. So if you don't know how to do something, isn't that how it's supposed to be? You don't know how to do it. You haven't been here long enough to have done it. Well, I'm 53, so how much do I know? I only know 53 years worth of stuff. Is that very long compared to the universe? So should I only know 53 years worth of stuff? That's it. It's all I can know. I can't know more. What if I want to know something or learn something new? I have to actually do it and then know it. Just because I've been here that long doesn't mean I know anything. I have to have done it, right? Like, oh, I don't know how to make fried chicken. Well, during the COVID lockdown, I learned how to make fried chicken.
My hand looks like a skeleton.
You got yours skeletonized? Okay, so here's this paintbrush.
My hand's right here.
I don't want it to dry out and turn stiff because I haven't had a chance to brush it with when I clean my paintbrushes. Oh, I took the brush away. I take like a toothbrush or a scrubby brush when you clean the dishes, and I brush them with the hair. Brush, brush, brush under the water. Brush, brush, and pull them apart and try to get all the paint from between them. Brush, 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 and then smooth it flat and let it dry. And it shouldn't have any weird stick out things like this. But in the meantime, can we put it in our cup so it can rest in the water so it doesn't dry out? We're not going to mix water with anything, because remember, what if a piece of water dripped and slid across the skeleton right now? It would actually erase the paint, and there'd be a black line that we couldn't fix. The paint won't actually stick back where the line was, and you will be so mad. Happened to me. So I don't like to paint with water, because as soon as your acrylic paint gets erased, oh, you never do it again. Okay, now we're going to decorate. You guys ready? Okay, so if we're looking at these, we have our little paints, right? But when we're painting, we only open one lid at a time. This is what happened to me, is I had like 4 lids open and the whole thing tipped over because the lids pulled it backwards. Does that make sense? So when you're done with them, close it, snap, and then open a different one. Does that make sense? And then, let's say, you guys get to pick whatever color you want. But if we're going to do this swirly, and then this is the color. I don't know if you can see it, but look at black peek through. Okay, that color is see-through pink. So annoying. So if we open the pink, but you pick whatever color you want, except for black, because that would be pointless. It's already black. So I open my pink, and it's going to go on there completely invisible, and you're like, I can't, what is this lady talking about? So find your little paintbrush. We haven't used yet. She's a little pointy one. And I'm going to get a scoop of pink and put it in my lid. I'm going to mix pink and white in my lid so I can make some not see-through pink. Does that make sense? So I'm going to go like this and go scoop. Ooh, and kind of wipe it off on the edge and try to get it in the lid. Scoop, blob. Okay, there. I just kind of wipe it off. Get off my paintbrush there. And then I can get white. I'm just going to get a scoop of white, whoop, and put it in my pink. I just scooped it, right? And I put it in the lid. Swirly, 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 pinky swirl. Baby pink appears. But it's pink that will not be see-through. Does that make sense? See mine? Swirly, swirly. So I have the dark pink that's in the cup. And then in the lid, I have a baby pink. But you can pick any color. You can make the lavender with the white, the orange with the white, the green with the white. But now that I have this baby pink, how easy is it going to be to fill in my swirl? And because it has white in it, you see where I got in the swirl? I can fix it now. I can paint over it. So, oh, and it's a little paintbrush. So if I want it to be little and be tiny, I do it softly. If I want it to be slightly bigger, I push harder and it will open. Okay, so let's try to outline it first. So I got my baby pink, and I just lay in the middle and go smash. Oh, where'd my paint go? Oh, it fell in here. Come back. Oh, see, my lid tipped over. I wasn't watching. Come back here, paint. There. Painty, painty. Bye-bye, black. Push. Do I wiggle? Uh-uh. How come? Because I would like it smooth, so I push my paint. Push and get smooth edges. But you can wiggle for the middly part. Push. Look how baby white that is. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add dark pink on top. But I would like to get rid of the black first. All right. Wow, this paintbrush does not hold very much paint. I've had to stop like 5 times and get paint. That's okay. Paint, push, more paint, paint, push, more paint. It looks like white. It is so baby pink. I am not in love with that. Is that 3D? No. So remember when we had the dark color and we added white? That's called highlighting, making it brighter. What if we shadow this one, darken it a little bit? I'm just gonna get not the color that I made in the lid, but just the color in the cup, because it's darker. It has no white in it. And now I can go over it and ooh, it looks so, oh, yeah, it looks brighter. It looks like Barbie pink. No, that's called, what's that called? Fluorescent pink? You guys like fluorescent pink? I have pajamas this color. Fun. Look at now. Let me show you up close. So I have light pieces, right? And then I have dark pieces of paint, and I totally like both. Should I go back and fix it? No! 3D. I give it permission to have the light part that we added first, then the dark parts, which are 3D-y. And I don't have to mix them together. I just let the dark pink rest on top. Does that look good? Because look at what we're going to do. Everybody pause and look up. We're going to decorate them with, we'll use our stick of our paintbrush, the yellow paintbrush, and they look like light bulbs, right? But not yet, because it's still wet. Okay, let's do the other side. Well, matchy, whatever color you used here, what if you chose different, what if you used blue? Well, matchy, other side blue? Okay, whatever you did, do it again. So I get my, who needs to make more color in their lid? You could get a scoop of the dark color and put it in your lid. And a little bit of white. Where'd my white go? Scoop. And make a new, oh, swirly, 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 baby pink. Ta-da! It looks good. Okay. Look how see-through it is. Man. Because black is we like black because it makes high contrast. Dark against light is called contrast. And contrast is incredibly interesting to look at. There's also color contrast. You guys ever seen red next to green at Christmas time? And those colors really look good next to each other because they're on the opposite side of the color wheel from each other. How about blue and orange? They're also at the opposite end of the color wheel. Purple and yellow, opposite end of the color wheel. But if you ever mix those opposites together, it makes brown. And brown is like, whatever. Nobody loves brown. Brown is like it makes frames for things. The shadow color. Only time I use brown in the paintings is to make trees and a couple shadows. That's it. Oh yeah, and making sand. Okay, now, oh, it's baby pink by itself. Is that 3D? No. Look at mine. That one looks, which one looks better? The light one just plain or the one with dark swirled in it? It's the dark swirled one. Do you guys think that looks good? Look at mine, right? Okay, I'm gonna add the dark then and swirl it into the, oh, that looks way better. Neat. Swirl, 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 push. I'm not driving my pink car on the slippery road. Mixy, mixy. Oh, 3D-y. Definitely 3D. Whoosh, whoosh. I went outside the lines a little bit and I don't even care because it's fun mixing those colors like that. I have, and then the tip, who sees the tip of your paintbrush scratching the paint back off? Like the, doesn't it like, it's like, oh, it's so frustrating. So remember, if you don't want the tip to scratch the paint off, you have to flatten your paintbrush a little bit, like you're painting with the side of the paintbrush and you're pushing the peanut butter paint, right? The side of your paintbrush is just smoother and not as sharp. Does that make sense? So straight ahead, it scratches the paint off and makes a little black line. So I use slightly the side of my paintbrush and really soft, really soft. Who feels good about there so far? You decorating? Aaliyah, show me yours. What did you decide to do for your swirls? What did you do?
Well, I did something else while you
Yeah,
did.
something else? Like a different design?
Yeah, like a different design.
Look at decorating. So fun.
I tried to make like a kitty little headband. And then
Oh, now exactly. That's totally what it reminds me of.
right now I'm adding the blood.
And don't forget, look at mine. We can add little polka dots, and that's just using your stick. And it can go polkity, 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 right? Of just different colors. So, and that's not hard. That's how you decorate rocks. Rocks really easy. So who's ready to do their cross, right? Anyone ready? Oh, you're busy decorating still. Nobody looked up. I'm going to clean my paintbrush just with a pinch. Pinch. Squeeze the pink out. Maybe I will use my water and wash out this paintbrush. I think I'm just going to scribbly in the water. There, and now pinch the extra water out. Pinch. Clean. You know why? Because I want to use yellow. And what does pink and yellow make? Orange. I was like, what if there was a speck of pink still in there? It would make orange. So I washed it down a little bit. You don't have to, because it'll look like flames. But I just had that idea. You guys ready to do the yellow? So I closed the lid on that color you used. I was using pink, and I just went pinch, closed it. How come? Because they're all open. I tip over. So I get the yellow. Oh, this yellow. You want to see how see-through she is? She is crazy see-through. Like, why even bother? Like, okay, I can't even see it. So I'm gonna use the lid and make baby yellow. Who knows how to do this already? You do. So I get a scoop of the yellow and put it in the lid, and wipe it off in the scoop and slop, and scoop and wipe. Try to get a little puddle in the lid, and then I get my white from my cup. Oh, look at it! Neat. I can show you how to make little flowers and stuff too, but I haven't got there yet. I'm just not ready.
You can do it.
Okay, so now I'm gonna add white to my yellow and swirl it in. How come? Because yellow is see-through, clear, and make you mad, so you have to make baby yellow in the lid. Swirly, swirly, swirly. And now I can outline my cross shape. Outline. Bye, black. I don't know if I made enough yellow. I'm going to have to make more yellow. Holy Toledo, Batman. I think I have to make more. I didn't make enough yellow. So I'm going to get scoops of yellow and put it in my lid. Wipe, swipe. I can make more. I'm not scared. There. And it was too delicate. And then get more white. Swirly, swirly, swirly. Mixy, mixy, swirl. And now I can fill it in. Okay. Didn't have enough. Who thought that shape was easier? Straight lines, right? Way easier than swirly lines. Well, mine is just baby yellow. Is that 3D? No. How am I going to could I just add some dark yellow that doesn't have any white in it and see if I can't get a different variation of color? I'm just going to stab my yellow cup and see if I can't go. Didn't change it at all. Because she's such a see-through color. What if I get my cup of white? Everybody pause and look up. What if I make 3D with this? I get a scoop of white, like a little pearl in the end, and put stripes of white in it. Oh, I'm going to brighten it instead of darken it. So I highlight it instead of shadow it. Okay, all right. Stripes of white, that looks good. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Ooh, pink was in it. It must have been in my cup. It made a pretty color though, I like it. Oh, it's way brighter. Nice. I want to see what yellow by itself will look like. I'm going to try again. I think it's going to be see-through though. Because remember how you know good paint is how much pigment or color is in it? Because the gel is clear. So you go to put it on. If it's invisible, that is not very expensive paint. Because the most expensive part about paint is how much color is in it. So you guys ever gone to Home Depot and they say this is full coverage paint? Inside that gel, there is a lot of expensive pigment because they all are gel, right? Cans of gel. It's how much pigment. So when you roll it on the wall, how much density of the powder color is in it. You're like, oh. Or primer plus means it's dense. It's not just the gel. It has its own body of color in it. But then they have to tell the computer they're doing that because it will white out the color, so it changes how much color they put in the cup or in the can.
I think I'm done.
You did that? How about the cheeks? What color are you going to do this? Oh, you're done. Can I show you the decorating before you go? Why? I use my stick, and I could get the white and put polka, polka, polka. Oh, that's not a straight line. I'm messing up already. And put little polka dots. Hey, that's too little. I know what I'm going to use. I'm going to use my yellow paintbrush, squeeze the water out, and use the stick. That'll make bigger dots.
I'll show you mine right now. Wait.
It looks like highlights. Do you guys want to do this? Find your big paintbrush, but you got to squeeze out the water with a paper towel and use your white and go. Let me see. Oh, he looks so scary and bloody and monster-like. Can I show you one more thing before you go? What about gums? Can I show you my original painting?
I got a lot of dots. I did a lot of
Like that?
Wait, I'm not leaving yet because I have to show you my dad's.
Okay.
This is what he's doing.
Oh, look at yours. Wicked. And you can look at your phone and find other design ideas. They have all kinds of design ideas from all the different
this one
artists.
Is going for.
Yeah.
This one's going for.
Oh, yeah. See, lots and lots. Look, you're going to have to make stripes that follow the line with the blick. But we can't darken the blick. Okay, now.
Tomorrow, if I think you won't be gonna be finished this.
Oh yeah, you just wash your paintbrushes and smooth them out and let them dry, and then you close all your paints so you can come back to it. Okay, that's a fun thing about painting. Okay, now how about these ones? Any color you want. Last time I used orange, but when I saw it done, I wasn't in love with it. I think I'm gonna do blue this time. Blue.
I'm gonna be back.
Okay.
Wait.
There's two colors of blue, but I think I want baby blue to go with the same color theme. But I have to make my white and my lid blue first. So I get a scoop of white and stir it in my lid. And now I can paint these. Ooh, look how much better that goes on. That means blue has more pigment in it, right? It's darker, so it has more pigment because that is going on covering up all the black. Not see-through, so white is not see-through, but this blue is also not see-through. It's called transparent. Do you guys know that word? Transparent means you can see through it. Opaque means it's all blocked out, can't see through it. Oh, I used it all up. I have to make more. Whatever. Scoop. What color did you guys pick? Did you guys pick blue or did you pick something else? The purple or the green, the red? I don't know. Or you could copy me. Doesn't matter. But that's just baby blue. Am I in love with that? Now, I'm gonna get just dark blue, just the blue paint by itself and make swirls of the blue in it. Oh, that's way more 3D to give it permission to have more than one version of blue in it. Now I'm gonna do this side. Now do you guys see how it didn't really, that if we got a little bit of paint on our swirls, we were all worried about it. And now that you're painting over it, as long as we don't forget where those shapes are, you're fixing it as you go, huh? So you're like, oh, I got paint inside of my swirls, I'm ruining it. But now we're like, Okay, because I can fix it when I get to this stage. As long as I don't paint over it completely, I can remember where those things are. Boom. Oh, I forgot to add the blue to it. Plain blue, no white. Swirly, swirly. I'm gonna lick my paintbrush off. Just kidding. Let's get a paper towel. Give it a pinch so I can change colors. Good job. Look at, you know what I like seeing? You know, your concentration face. Do you feel your brain get calm, relaxed, and curious and full of wonder as you watch it happen? And you're like, curious. And then your brain is calm. Do you know some people's minds go calm doing math? Mine is the opposite. Because that's where their brain does really, really well. So they go into a thinking mode of math. But there's always two kinds of people in every classroom. I finished really, really fast and I'm bored and I'm gonna start talking and messing around, right? Or I don't have enough time and they're rushing me and they're freaking me out. Both of those are terrible because either you're in trouble or you're all upset because you can't go fast enough. Both of those are terrible. So depending on the subject, you're one of those people. So I really, really slowed the math. Fast at the English because that's, you know, doing the writing and the anything to do with words. My brain's like, yep, easy. Math, no. But that's how human brains are. So we're like, nah. You just have to be one of those people depending on the class or the subject. Too bad for you because it's Earth. Who wants to decorate your swirls with your stick? Get the yellow one because she's the biggest. And she'll make nice big round circles. And we can make spotlights like little diamonds. And I get my white. I'm going to put them in my swirls. And what if I put them, this is where I put them on my cross. I put them on the edges of the cross. And inside the dots, right? Let me just try. I'm just going to use a stick. Stick! Pokety, 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 pokety. More paint, because that last one was invisible, so I ran out of paint. Pokety, 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 pokety. These ones are little. I'm going to fix these. And I can make, they look like light bulbs to me. Light bulbs! And then around the cross, I make little light bulbies. Boing, 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 boing. Sparkly, sparkly, bright diamonds. What if we had real silver paint or gold paint? That would be so fun. Glitter paint. Even better. And then what about on the swirls on the cheeks? Little polka dot dots? Pokety, 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 pokety. Pokety, 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 pokety. And then remember what I told you, that word contrast? Dark against light. So my color is darker than the white dots. The white dots look good in contrast because it's dark behind it, white comes forward. It looks 3D-y. Contrast. And see how there's not a lot of contrast in the yellow and white? Not a lot of contrast because it's a very bright color. So you're like, nah. But the darker color has contrast. Do you guys like these flowers right here that I put around her nose? You can put them on her lip and on her chin too. Look, this one doesn't have one on her chin. Forgot. Eyebrows as flowers. You guys want to do that? Yeah? Okay, so I have to get my green. Oh, my yellow's open. It'll tip over. I'm warning you because when it happened to me, it made me very sad. Okay, now I open my green. And then there's yellow in my paintbrush, and yellow and green are right next to each other on the color wheel, so they won't make a icky color, so I don't have to clean my paintbrush. But I get a scoop of green and put it in my lid. More green. More green. And some white scoop. Stirry, stirry, swirly, swirly. Baby green. But look at mine. Can I show you mine again? Everybody pause and look up. Look at it's baby green with dark green swirled on top. We already did that. But baby green by itself looked like mint and chip ice cream. It was way too light. Should you guys make some green? I made green with in your lid. Did you do that? Everybody give me thumbs up if you made green. Oh, I'm waiting for Jose and Monica. Did you make green? Or are you still decorating? Jose's concentrating very hard. Can you make some green for me in your lid? Make the green with a little baby paintbrush and put it in the lid. You guys were busy doing something else. But close the lid of the yellow so your paints don't tip over. There you go. It tipped over and all my paint spilled out backwards onto the table. It's very annoying. And then scoop some green into your lid with your paintbrush. Scoop, plop. Scoop, plop. And a little bit of white. Now put it in your lid and stir it up in your lid and make baby green. Why? Because the green is see-through. Annoying. Good job. Okay, now we're going to make eyebrows. So it's not, your eyebrows are not touching your eyeball. There's a space. So it's at least a finger space above, right? I don't let my eyebrows fall in my eyes. So I'm just going to make a wavy line. This could be like a vine. And I'm going to have to paint it twice. The first time gets it wet and the second time makes it not see-through. So I go, oh, okay. So I just get a scoop of green and I go, wavy line, wavy line. But look at, I'm a finger above her eye. I didn't touch her eye. Wavy line, wavy line. There, eyebrow. Decorate, decorate. And then what about the other one? He's jealous, right? So I go, all right, a finger space above. I don't want to touch my eye. And I go, wavy line, wavy line, wavy line. Does it have to be the same? No, they're plants. No, they don't have to matchy match. How about above the swirly lines under her eye? I get the baby green and I go, oh, one up her nose, on the side of her nose, like there. And then the other side, it looks like a snake. It's a snake, an attacking snake. And then what the chin, because I forgot it last time in the last class. Just another wavy line on her chin. Hello, hello, wavy line. They look like snakes. Well, that's it. See, it looks like mint and chip ice cream, huh? Can we make that 3D? All you have to do is poke the green in the cup that doesn't have any white in it. Poke. And just drive your car right on top. You don't even have to swirl it and watch me. I'll put dark on it. I'm like, oh, that already looks better. And it's already wet. And then it has light parts, dark parts, and medium parts. The dark parts is where it gets squished to the sides because of your paintbrush. And I just give it permission. I just go drive my car over the wiggly line. Poke, more green. Drive my car over the wiggly line. Drive my car over the wiggly line. That one looks crazy. That really one looks like a caterpillar. Did you do them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to put leaves. But the leaves don't touch each other. I'll show you. So they go like this, like a pattern, right? If I put one below, then I make a finger space apart, and I put one above, and then a finger space and one below, and a finger space and a one above, above, below, like that. I'll show you. All I have to do is go like this and flatten my paintbrush and just go tap, tap, using the side of my paint, not the, if I go straight ahead, it'll make a circle, polka. No, I go slap, and I'll make a leaf shape. Watch, I go like this, get my paintbrush, and I'll show you up close so you can see. But I get my paintbrush, and I'm just gonna lay it down completely flat and just lay it down. Whoop, leaf. Where'd my green go? Oh. I'm just using dark green, and if I put one pointing up, I go finger space and I go pointing down. It's like hanging off, and I just go touch. And then I go further down a finger space and one above. And then a finger space, one below. Leaves. Because in painting, you're not actually painting leaves. Are those leaves? No. But your brain goes, that reminds me of a leaf, and that's all you have to do. Shape, color, texture, right? You're like, yeah, that looks like a leaf. Okay, ready? How about this one? Now that you did this one, do you think this one will make more sense to you? So easy. Above, below, above, below, above. This one was slow for learning. Then this one's faster because my brain already understands it. I go, curious, upsetting, scary, nervous. Then, got it. Human brain. Okay, let's decorate the rest of them. So I go above, below, above, below, above, below, above, below, above. Like they look like little footprints. Ding, ding, ding. One here, then there, and here, and there, and here, and there. And the one on the bottom. Above, below, above, below, above, below, there. We did those greens now because we're going to add flowers to it, and they're going to be red flowers, and if you mix red and green, it will make brown. So while we're busy doing eyes and gums and stuff, the green will be drying. So when we come up here, if we get a red flower on our dried green, nothing will happen. Okay, so we did it now. Okay, now we get to do gums, but there's green in my paintbrush. Green and pink will make brown. Can you just use a little water and give a squishy, swishy, 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 and then I can squeeze out the extra water. Pinch. Look at the green came out. Oh, I gotta close the lid on my green. Bye, green. Goodbye. And then find my pink again. Pink for the gums. What if you want to do a different color? I don't care. Do it, decorate it any way you want. But I'm going to do mine pink. And I already have a little bit of baby pink in my lid from last time. But I don't think it's going to be enough. It's just, I could, no. So I'm going to go scoop, drop it into my lid. Scoop, drop it into my lid. A little bit of white. Swoop. A little boogie of white. Stirry, stirry. And now this, everybody pause, even though you're stirring your paint and I'm interrupting. Watch me. So they're round around your gums because your gums hold on like this to your tooth, right? That. So the tops are like M, 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 and you actually, look at how it touches the white part. My gums touch my teeth, right? So you're actually doing the tops of the gums. Let me come closer. So it goes M, like a whoop, whoop, whoop. More paint. I'll dry again. Whoop. M's, M's, or rainbows, rainbows, rainbows. All the rainbows are touching. Rainbow, 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 rainbow. And then you're already, how much you trust yourself to stop and get more paint when you need it. Because it's not a pen or a crate. You have to stop, get more, stop, get more. But then, look at when I smile. It completely is straight across the top where my lip covers my gums. So then I'll make a straight line. So everybody pause and look up. Watch me do this part. Jose, watch. Jose, watch. Now that I made my M's, I just make a straight line and connect the tops of them. Whoop, smile. There. Now you do it. I got some see-through parts. Ew. More paint. It's where the black is. Now how about the bottom ones? These are going to be U, 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 right? So I do the letter U underneath the gums. So I just go U, U, U. But then they're not all bumpy. Why? Because the bottom lip is straight across the gums and makes a straight line underneath. So then I come under them and connect all under the U's and make a straight line. Let me show you. So there's my U's, and then I touch the bottom of the U's to make them all attached like that. Now I look like him. I made you laugh. Okay, now I'm gonna make the eyeballs, my daisies. Do you want to make them in purple like mine? Purple? We could do that. So I'm gonna get my purple, and guess what I have to make? Baby purple. Hey, there's pink in my paintbrush. Is pink and purple a bad combination? No, I'm not even gonna wash it out because it's pretty. They're right next to each other on the color wheel. Oh, that was dark blue. Where's purple? Close my pink. It doesn't tip over. Oop. And do you guys know how to make the baby color in the lid? Scoop the purple, put it in the lid. Scoop. Scoop. And put some white in it. Scoop. Man, my white looks all dirty. Does yours look dirty? I don't care. And then I put it in the lid. Stirry, stirry, stirry. Otherwise, how come? See through. So annoying. You know what else about these? They're non-toxic, right? Means if you ate them by accident, nothing would happen. And they don't have any smell. They don't even smell like paint. I was noticing that the other day, and I was like, they don't even smell like paint. Like if you smell this, that smells like paint. So I was like, wow, I wonder what actually is how they make this. Just me. Okay, now you guys ready to make daisies, right? So I get my purpley white. I can make more whenever I need to because I don't think I made enough. But just put a little poke in the middle of her eye with the purple. Poke. And then let's make like a plus, right? So every time we make a line, it'll be a petal. But let's make the petals like a fingerprint big. I'll show you. Not a paintbrush big, too little. So you kind of go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. It's like a fingerprint big, the petals. But let's make like a plus, right? So I get my color and let's make one going straight up, connected to the middle like all flowers, and I just go up, down, up, down, up, down. There's one. As soon as you make one, your brain goes, oh yeah, duh. Okay, now how about going straight down? I'm already gonna have to make more purple. I did not, I made a teensy bit. Okay, I get more. And now to the right and to the left, like a plus. This away, and this away. And I can tell by both your face expressions that you have that calm concentration. Okay, now how about the corners, right? So here's the top. Well, what about the corners? We go, oh, coming out the corner is another petal. Coming out of this corner is a petal. Does that make sense? So the corners of the plus. So, oh, here's another corner. She would like one too. There's another one. Well, that's only one color. Is that 3D? It's not even pretty. It's not even interesting to look at, right? So watch, look at mine. Look at me. Oh, look what I put in there. What did I put in my purple to make it brighter and prettier and more interesting? Little stripes of white. Did I keep swirling the white in there to make it brighter purple? No. I put little stripes of white. Stripe, 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 stripe. Like that. And see, to make the little sparkle, sparkle. So I'm going to get my little white cup. I go, okay, poke. I'm going to put some stripes. See if it sparkles. And I just go, stripes. Stripes of white. You want to see that up close? Like, did I mix it in? No, I did not. That looks good. You know why? Because if I mix it in and touch it too much, it'll just be one color again. So boring. Because how many color values does it take to make 3D? 3. Dark, medium, light. So dark would be purple by herself. Medium is purple and white mixed together, and strings of white is bright. Now I'm going to get more white and do the rest of them. Stripity, 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 stripily. It's kind of like scribble, scribble. Scribble, scribble the white in. Scribbly, scribbly. Oh! Okay, that one just turned out pure white. Oops, too much. Too much. Could I darken it with more purple? Yeah. I was being a little hyper. There. Calm down. There. Well, if we made this one, do you guys think you can make the other eye all by yourself? Isn't that how human brains are, right? I don't know how to do it. Then someone shows you how to do it. And then what? Now you know how, and you do it by yourself. That's called mastery. All by myself. Purple. How about if I say nothing, and you guys do it all by yourself? Okay, I'll try to say nothing. Teachers have to always be talking and hear their voice. So So I'll try to say nothing and you do it. So I'm gonna scoop. Okay, see, I started doing it. It's like having a narrator in your head. You always have to talk about what you're doing. Shh. And then a plus. Oops, I did it.
Want to see my dad's one now?
Yeah. Did you decorate? Oh, neat. Oh, he's decorating more. He's copying that picture, huh? Oh, he decorated down there.
He's still drawing it.
He's making roses. You seem very proud of him. Are you proud of him?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just hanging out.
It looks like a tattoo.
He's scared.
Are you guys highlighting all by yourself with a little bit of white, or are you still drawing your flowers? I think you're drawing.
Yeah.
Wow.
But once it dries up, then I can hand it black. And then I gotta like make like a dot in the eye. Yeah, that's what I think we got.
Elia? Aaliyah? Sorry. Aaliyah, you want to mute your microphone again? She disappeared. Ah! Okay, and then watch, Monica. Monica, watch me. Now I'm gonna get orange. I'm just gonna use my finger. How come? It's just like the paintbrush stick, but it'll make a big dot in the middle with orange. Oh, fun. And I just make a little swirl. Swirly, swirly, or oh, that was not enough orange. I'm gonna get a poke more. Oh, because you know why? It was see-through. And then I'll lick my finger. No. I have a bad habit of wiping my, because I've been doing this so long. I always wipe my finger on my apron, and then I'm just wearing my regular clothes, and I get something on my hand, and I go like this. Those are my clothes, those are my pants. Just ruined my pants. Oh. So I tried to stop doing this all the time. Question, Jose. Want to show me your flowers?
I'm done.
Okay, show me your flowers.
Hey, that's too big.
Turn it around for me.
Can you have it?
Can you show me with it pointed at the camera?
Wait.
No, pick up your painting like this, like I do, and show me like that. Ooh. Do you know we only have one thing left? What does my green vines have that yours don't have? But look at what we practiced on. We made these purple flowers, so making the teeny tiny red ones will be very easy. Does that make sense? So I'm going to get my cup of red paint, but I don't have to mix it with white because that'll just make pink again. I could just let them be red. Oh, I can't open red. Okay, there. Ew, my paintbrush is dirty. I'll clean it. Pinch. Okay, watch me. Watch. Pook. Okay, watch. So remember how leaves went above, below, above, the flowers just go opposite. But I'm just going to do a little teeny tiny plus. Watch me. And then you can do them all by yourself. So if there isn't a leaf there, I'm going to put the flower above, below. And I just get my red, boop, right? And I just go a plus, right? And then in the corners, little flower. So how come we did those? To practice for this. And then I get another poke of red. And if there's a leaf there, I don't put one there. But I can go next to it. Oh, I got some on the vine. But it's okay because she's dry. And it won't make any kind of brown ugly color. Plus. Oh, I'm not doing the plus. I started just going like that and it came out ugly. See? I have to follow my own directions. Plus, corner. Plus, corner. Okay. Now how about these ones? Plus, corner. Plus, corner. Oh, plus and an X. That's what I'm doing. Plus an X. Plus and an X. Plus and an X. Jose, can you mute yourself again? Your fire alarm keeps going off and it's scaring my dog. Okay, and now what about the ones by the nose? Plus X plus X plus X. You guys want to see Bobby? This is Bobby. This is my Bobby. What are you guys doing? She just lays down here until the beeping happened and then she was all scared. Because when I burn something, we all have to leave the house, right? And open all the windows and all the dogs run out. So she knows what that noise is. Oh, wait, what about the chin? Oh, chin. Plus X. Plus X. Plus X. We're almost done, huh? Did we do a good job? Are you proud? Ooh, now I can use I used my big paintbrush again and it's dripping. I see you, Bobby. All right now. And I'm going to use my big stick of my yellow because it'll make a nice yellow dot in the middle. It's not a flower without the yellow dot in the middle, right? And yellow and red will make an orange color. Oh, my red's open. Close my red. Get open my yellow. Oh. And now I get to use my stick and put a poke right in the middle of all my red flowers. Pokety, pokety. Oops, I missed. Pokety, pokety. Poke, poke. I'm putting with my yellow stick because it's nice and big, and I'm putting yellow with my stick, yellow dots on my flowers. Right in the middle. Poke, poke. Oh, it doesn't hold very much paint. There. Did you guys remember me telling you how to clean your paintbrushes? These are good paintbrushes. Use a brush, a toothbrush, or a scrubber for the sink, for the dishes, right? Or for your fingernails, and you brush it like this with, I just put it on the counter with some water and go scrub, 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 and rinse it under the water. Scrub, 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 and then I pinch it smooth so she'll dry that way. Just rest it on the counter. Tomorrow it'll be all set. Okay, because I can't go like this. Do not rub it on your hand. What will that do? Stick out all the bristles, and the yours will look ugly like mine. Look what I did. I think it dried that way. I wasn't careful. I didn't do it right, so I'm warning you. It's not smooth. Oh, what about any fixes? Who has fixes on theirs? Who needs to put a little bit of black? Look at, I did an oops right there, and some oopses. I can get my little bit of black and touch up an oops. Does anyone have any oopses? Just a little bit of black. I'm just gonna get that one spot up there. Ooh, opening my black is hard. I was afraid they're gonna fall. But then touchy, touchy. It'll dry flat. Oh, on the bottom. Fix, 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 fix. It goes on shiny, but it will dry flat. There. Now I'll rinse my paintbrush off. And smooth your paintbrushes when you let them dry after they're all clean. Because remember how I told you this is acrylic paint? Do you guys know acrylic means plastic, like acrylic nails? This is liquid plastic. You ever leave toys outside and they fade and they're not bright and pretty anymore? So we don't know how long these colors are going to last. So we don't put it out in the sun. So if you buy fancy art, you always still paint in oil paint because it'll last hundreds of years. But it takes 5 days to dry each layer. It's terrible. So artists will have like many paintings going on at one time. But these evaporate, so it's like putting on a layer of plastic. So it will come off your hands like Elmer's glue. It will just get wet and you can peel it right off your hand. But like glue will stick to things when it dries, and it sticks in all the fibers of your clothes, and that's why it won't come out. And then when you're all done, show me how it came out. Bobby, you want to see? My dog gained the COVID 3 pounds. I gained the COVID 10. Too many treats. She's heavy. Show me, Jose.
Okay.
Okay. Look at it. I like your red flowers. And look at the flowers in his eyes, or her eyes. I don't know, I never met him. Oh, look at the, ooh. Nice job. Are you proud of yourself? Can you imagine if we painted the same painting tomorrow? Would you be better at it? You'd be better, huh? How come? Because you wouldn't be afraid. You would get lots of paint. You'd be fasty, right? Because you're not learning anymore. You've mastered it. And remember when you saw my painting at the beginning and you're like, there's no way I could paint that. But we didn't paint the whole thing. We painted one little part at a time, one tiny part. And at the end, then we like it. Good job. Monica, can I see yours?
Can I show it to my mom and my sister?
Yes, you should. Don't smear it though. Don't go like this and see if it's dry. It will smear, okay? So it takes about 15-20 minutes to dry all the way. Oh, I forgot something. I forgot about this. Look at what I did around her eyes. I put polka dots. You guys, we don't have to do it right now because it's 5 o'clock. But if you guys want to keep decorating, and you can go around your swirls with different colors of dots, right? I forgot about that, but we could do that later. See, I just used the pink, the yellow stick, and I just went pokety, 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 right? Or you can make M's. M, 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 and make this, the outside of the eye look like a flower. Oh, you guys want to go ahead and do that. You guys are way into it. I was saying, moving on. You guys are like, we're painting it right now. All right, then I'll do it too. If you guys are going to do it, then I'll do it too. I'm going to do red dots and blue dots, just like I did in the other one. Gotta open it though. Use my stick. Pokety, 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 pokety. Pokety, pokety, pokety. I was looking at her eyes and I'm like, what's wrong with her eyes? It doesn't look like the other one. Dark. It's funny how when you make your dots, the very first dot is nice and big. It only makes like 3 dots and then they're tiny again. Big dot. Littler, 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 tiny. Big dot. Because actually when you paint, running out of paint is actually a part of the highlighting and shadowing process. Did you guys, what colors did you pick? Red and blue? Same as mine? Just wondering. I don't know. On my blue, boop. I'm going to go in between each one of the red ones. Pokey, 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 pokey. Oh, red and blue makes purple. You know how I know that? I just smushed 2 together. By accident. I like it. I like it a lot. That's pretty. It was an accident. I'm not even mad. Besides, I don't get mad. I just do better. Because this is Earth and we can only learn by doing. That means the first couple times have to be a little bit wrong for the learning curve. Right? I'm like, oh well, it's Earth. I'll do better next time. Pokety, pokety, pokety. Are you guys beating me? You're beating me. And now you have all these paints. You guys could, and these other paintbrushes, you guys could find rocks outside and wash them and then paint them. And you could decorate and put little patterns of color swirls, right, with your dots. You can paint one that looks like a turtle. You can pick one that looks like a, and they have YouTube videos of how to paint rocks. You can make, because we have black and white, you can make little pandas out of your, using your colors. Okay, now show me again. Show me.
That was the first one. Why didn't I put that with the first one?
Yeah, that's okay, because they should be different. And it shouldn't have this been buried in the ground, because he's dead, right? So sometimes they get ruined a little bit from the dirt. Let me show you. Show me yours.
It's like the Day of the Dead.
Day of the Dead, yep. Yes! I love it.
So I know you said the Day of the Dead in Spanish.
Yeah.
Okay, I know it's the Dia de Muertos.
Yeah. Do you put things out for your ancestors? Do you put out the food for them?
My mom and my dad wasn't born.
Oh.
Wait, they're born in Mexico. So they know all the Spanish food.
Yeah, I saw a show about that, and they would take food and take it to the graveyard, and then they'd make a trail all the way back home so that the ancestors could find their way home. I like that. so we could all have a party together at home in case they get lost. Monica, are you all done with yours, Monica? Let me see. Oh, so nice. Very delicate. And remember, I'm gonna make her. It has a YouTube video. So if you want to see another part over that you weren't going fast enough and missed, you can fast forward to that spot and then watch just that spot and use your paints and your paintbrushes and finish anything you want later. Okay? Good job. You guys did a good job. Take care of your paintbrushes. Okay? Bye, you guys. You did a really good job.
Thank you, Pixie.
Bye. You guys did a good job watching.
Bye, teacher.
Bye.